1, having weapons while under disability, a felony of the 3rd degree with a forfeiture specification. This matter was referred to the Lake County Adult Probation Department for a pre-sentence investigation and report. That report has been completed. The state has had an opportunity to review that report and is ready to proceed with sentencing on that matter. There are 43 days of jail time credit, and the state would move to dismiss the balance of the indictment on that case. We are also present today for an information hearing on case 25 CR 396. It is the state's understanding in that case the defendant is prepared to plead guilty by way of information to 1 count of attempted illegal conveyance of weapons, drugs, or other prohibited items onto grounds of a detention facility or institution, a felony of the 4th degree, a voluntary forfeiture of the glass pipe. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Matthews.
That is all accurate.
Okay, Mr. Beaver, how old are you?
36, Your Honor.
How far did you go through school?
The 11th.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Prior to coming to court, have you taken any drugs or alcohol or any prescription medication in the last 48 hours?
No.
You ever been diagnosed with or treated for any mental illness?
No.
Did you get a copy of the information filed in this case?
Yes.
Any questions about it?
No.
You understand you have a right to have your case presented to the grand jury for them to decide whether or not to indict you?
Yes.
Did you discuss that right with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
And are you going to waive that right?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Thank you, Your Honor. I do have the waiver of indictment. I did review this with Mr. Beaver prior to the hearing. He indicated that he understood it and that he intended to sign it.
You understand by pleading guilty to this felony, you're voluntarily giving up your freedom for whatever period of time I sentence you to prison, to jail, or to community control.
Yes.
The attempted illegal conveyance of weapons, drugs, or other prohibited items on the grounds of a detention facility or institution is a felony 4, carries an 18-month maximum prison sentence, and a $5,000 maximum fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, you're also being sentenced today on 24-1258, and that's a felony 3. You understand I could give you a consecutive sentence, meaning one sentence after another for these 2 different cases.
Yes.
If I did that, you face a total maximum prison sentence of 54 months and a maximum fine of $15,000. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Any questions about that?
No.
Are you currently on post-release control?
No.
Your Honor, had this matter proceeded to trial, the state would prove beyond a reasonable doubt that on March 17th, 2025, in Painesville Township, Lake County, Ohio, the Lake County Sheriff's Office initiated a traffic stop on a vehicle being driven by the defendant. The defendant was taken into custody due to an active warrant. When he entered the Lake County Jail, he was subject to a body scanner, and it located a methamphetamine pipe in his underwear area, and that pipe had residue on it, and it was sent to the Lake County Crime Lab for testing, and it was confirmed to be methamphetamine residue, a Schedule II controlled substance.
Mr. Matthews, anything to add to those facts?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Beaver, did you hear what Ms. Himmeline said the facts would show if the case went to a trial?
Yes.
Are those facts true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is your plea to the attempted illegal conveyance, a felony 4?
Guilty.
Mr. Matthews? Mr. Beaver, is this your signature on the written plea of guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign it voluntarily?
Yes.
And do you want me to accept the written plea of guilty?
Yes, I do.
Accept the written plea of guilty. Defendant was present with counsel, advised of all of his rights in a knowing, intelligent, voluntary waiver. He understands the nature of the charge, the consequence of his guilty plea, and the maximum penalty. Find him to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I will accept his plea of guilty. Find him guilty of the attempted illegal conveyance of felony of the 4th degree. Mr. Matthews, as to his right to a pre-sentence report.
Thank you, Your Honor. There has been a pre-sentence report completed on the weapons under disability case. We are not asking for any additional pre-sentence report. We would be asking that that report be incorporated into the new case, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Beaver, are you waiving your right to a pre-sentence report on this case?
Yes.
All right. As to sentencing, Mr. Matthews?
Thank you, Your Honor. It is my understanding we're asking for the same sentence on both cases. We are asking Mr. Beaver be placed on community control. Mr. Hinton provided a letter today from Alpha House, which is a residential treatment facility, that he has been accepted into the Alpha House Oberlin campus. And this is a treatment facility where he would be there residentially for approximately 4 to 6 months. We certainly understand court's concerns regarding Mr. Beaver's prior criminal history. However, he has been very clear with me since our first interaction that it is his use of drugs that he began at least seriously using methamphetamine during his last time in prison that is leading certainly to the commission of this offense, but also impairing his judgment in relation to his other offenses. So he is of the opinion, Your Honor, that if he is given an opportunity on community control, permitted to attend and complete this program, that the likelihood of any future criminal behavior would be greatly reduced. Thank you.
Mr. Hinton?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would reiterate that Mr. Beaver would in fact like to be admitted to the Alpha House. He was able to take advantage of the time that he was awaiting his sentencing and information date in the court to be proactive and get something like this set up. Mr. Beaver indicates that he hasn't had formal treatment. I discussed with him the fact that he possibly could have done this on his own without being court ordered, but everything came to a head as he was arrested the most recent time. I believe that Mr. Beaver has hit rock bottom and certainly wants to be ordered to successfully participate in complete treatment. I think that this particular treatment center would be appropriate since its long nature. That's a long period of time. This is several months. If the court were to order Mr. Beaver to complete this program, the court obviously would have Mr. Beaver on probation and would have quite a bit of prison time hanging over his head that can be imposed if Mr. Beaver did not take this treatment seriously. I think the charge and the case that I handled regarding the firearm resulted in bad judgment as a result of substance use. But when you look at the cases, even though one involved a firearm, it was the idea that he was in possession or in the area of the firearm in the vehicle certainly wasn't used in an additional crime or anything like that. Nothing here was violent. It had to do with the fact that a gun was in a vehicle that he was driving. This other charge was related to drug use, obviously. I know Mr. Beaver did cooperate with the pre-sentence report. In speaking with him about why he didn't go in to take that drug test on March 10th, he indicates he did not receive the message, but he does acknowledge that on March 17th, his urine did show that he was using. Again, this is something that he's struggling with. I know he's been to prison before. I'd reiterate that this methamphetamine drug habit was a result of something that he picked up in prison. But I do think that it would be appropriate to sentence him to community control sanctions. Again, with the idea that if he makes even the slightest mistake or has even the most minor violation, the court certainly has quite a bit of prison time to impose. But I think it would be advantageous to give him an opportunity to rehabilitate himself, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Beaver, what do you want to tell me before I sentence you?
Your Honor, I really don't know anything about this treatment stuff. I've been trying to hide it since I picked it up. I want help, I need help. I'm ready for a change. I done lost everyone that means something to me over this drug. Was I driving the car? Yes, I took a full accountability.
Why were you driving the
for
car?
that. Down south to get it fixed, hooked up to a computer.
Okay. You don't have a license.
No, sir.
Why were you driving the car?
To help my wife's mom and dad out. They're old.
So who asked you to go get their car fixed?
I volunteered.
You volunteered. Did they know that you were taking to get their car fixed?
Yes.
Okay. So you were taking the car to get fixed at 2:36 in the morning.
I had to take it to Glenville. Glenmont, my bad.
What?
I had to take it to Glenmont.
Where's
Ohio.
Glenmar?
Glenmont, Ohio, about 2.5 hours away.
Why did you have to, what was wrong with the car?
The computer system.
Okay. And what's in Glenmont? It's the only place that fixes cars?
No, I have a friend that has a computer system that
So why were you driving at 2:36 in the morning?
I was coming back.
So you got it fixed and you were coming back?
Yes.
Okay, when did you take it down there?
It was dark. About 9.
So you left Paynesville at 9 o'clock at night,
Yes, Your Honor.
got to Glenmont at 11:30,
Yes, Your Honor.
and your buddy fixed it? How long did it take him to fix it?
Well, we had to get the other cars up out of his garage, so about an hour and a half to get the car in there.
And then what?
We had to wait for the computer system to download to the car.
Okay, so what time did you leave Glenmont?
$12:30-ish, $12:45.
Okay, well, if it took 2.5 hours to get down there, you left at 9 o'clock, it's 11:30, it takes an hour and a half to get in, it's 1 o'clock. You get stopped at 2:36, that don't add up.
I would know I was speeding, I know that.
What?
I was speeding, I know that.
Okay,
Honestly, I couldn't really tell you the time.
and you can't tell me the truth either.
Your Honor, I was just trying to help her out.
Okay, what were you doing with the 2 guns in the car and
Two
the
guns.
ammunition?
I don't know nothing about 2 guns.
What?
There was a shotgun in there, but I
Okay,
didn't have guns.
okay. What were you doing with a gun in the car?
It was my girl's dad's shotgun.
I thought you said it was your grandmother's that you helped get down from the attic one day.
No, it was her mom's. It was her mom's who I was under.
Why did you tell them it was your grandmother's and it was your grandmother's car?
I didn't say it was my grandmother, it was her
So the
mom.
police are lying that stopped you?
No, I said it was her mom.
All right, I can get the ones that happen to be sitting out here, I can get them in here to talk about what you told them, if you want me to, okay? You said it was your grandmother's car you were taking to get fixed. It was your grandmother's gun that you pulled down from the attic, and your DNA would be on it because you pulled it down from the attic because she wanted you to take it down.
Your Honor, I did not say grandmother. I said
Okay.
it was my...
Who is it? Does this person have a name?
Yes, it's
What's the name?
Roma Addison. Roma Addison. That's who I thought it was.
So on
but it turned
November
out to be her
27th,
husband.
they go and talk to her. And they asked her about a shotgun that was found in her car. She said she has 2 guns in her house, she hasn't touched them in years, and hasn't moved guns in years. She never placed any guns into the vehicles. So is that the woman you said asked you to take it down from the attic, and that's why your DNA was on it?
That's Roma Jeans, yes.
Okay, then why is she lying then?
Because it wasn't her gun. It turned out to be John Addison's.
Okay. Okay.
And
That's beside the point. The point is, you said that thing got in the car and your DNA was on it
Yes.
because she asked you to take it down from the attic.
No, I
And
was
she
cleaning-
says that she has 2 guns and hasn't touched them in years. So that doesn't square up, does it?
No, don't.
Why not?
Why not? Because
Who's lying?
it's not
She
her,
lying?
It's not her gun.
I don't care about whose gun it is. That gun, you said, got moved from the attic because she asked you to take it down.
I was cleaning out the attic for her.
Okay. Did she ask you to take it down?
I didn't know what it was. It was wrapped up.
Did she ask you to take it down?
No.
Okay. So she's telling the truth and you're lying.
I'm not understanding.
You don't understand. Well, what you don't understand is she's telling the truth and you're lying. That's not hard to understand. I don't know what you were doing, if Glenmont, Ohio actually exists, but I don't know what you were doing taking a car that's got a light indication to Glenmont to get fixed. That doesn't sound like it's true to me.
I'm sorry, but it is.
Well, good. You keep saying it is. In August of '99, you're in juvenile court. 12 separate cases in juvenile court. An unruly in 1999, a truancy in 1999, where you were put on probation, had 2 violations. Disorderly conduct in 1999, placed on probation, had 9 probation violations. Criminal damaging in August of 2000, 6 probation violations. February of '23, criminal trespass. April of '03, a felony for assault. May of '03, a domestic violence and aggravated menacing. Placed on probation, 9 violations. In addition to 2 bench warrants for failure to appear at hearings. November of '03, criminal damaging, felony, 5. April of '04, assault. October of '04, receiving stolen property, 2 counts, possession of drug paraphernalia and drug abuse, 2 probation violations. June of '05, criminal damaging, assault, drug abuse. March of '06, receiving stolen property, criminal mischief, drug paraphernalia, aggravated menacing, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief. That's as a juvenile. May of '07, when you're 18, marijuana possession, drug paraphernalia possession. June of '07, attempted trafficking, misdemeanor. June of '07, 17 days later, trafficking of marijuana, felony, 5. Given a 6-month prison sentence. Went from December 28th of '07 to February 19th of '09. Before you were sent, so June of '07, you got that trafficking charge. October of '07, assault, misdemeanor. October of '07, attempted felonious assault, a felony, 3. So that case, along with the trafficking of marijuana, is what you got that prison sentence that I referenced previously. So you get out February 19th of '09. September of '09, attempted felonious assault, a felony, 3. 5-year prison sentence. Went in February of '10, released in September of '15. You get out September, 3 months later, you get an assault, misdemeanor. January, 3 weeks later, 16, a felonious assault. Get a prison sentence of 4 years, went in February of '17 to January of '20. Placed on post-release control. The note from Adult Parole Authority is defendant, quote, does not comply with supervision very well. There's a shock. Before you went in, you had a drug possession of 5. That was part of your prison sentence. So you get out January 7th of '20. July 2nd of '20, failure to comply, a felony, 4. along with an OVI. From that, you get a 15-month prison sentence from Judge Lucci. Went in March 24th of 21, got out February 1 of 24. I'm assuming there was PRC time. You did 3 years almost. Before you went on that prison sentence, you had an assault and misdemeanor. When you get out, you're out in February of 24. On September of 24, you get a receiving stolen property misdemeanor. Then a month later, you get this weapons under disability. 11/19 of 24, you get a domestic violence that you're under a sentence right now. And then you get this attempted illegal conveyance. That's who you are. So why in the world would I ever consider putting you on community control?
Your Honor, anyone can write you a perfect letter, but this is coming from my heart. I'm at my rock bottom. I don't know what else to do. I don't have the tools. I need to rebuild my life from the ground up. I don't know how to do that. I done lost everything that I ever cared about in life due to my actions.
Well, you completed the jail treatment program on January 10th of 25. You were here on February 26th, you pled guilty. And I reset your bond. You got out February 26th. You were supposed to report probation on March 10th. You didn't report. And then you get picked up on the 17th. And you test positive for a whole bunch of stuff. So you're not the least bit interested in doing anything but what you've been doing your entire life. You're not amenable to community control, clearly. On 24/12/58, I'm going to sentence you to 36 months in prison, with credit for 43 days and the costs. On 25/3/96, I'm going to sentence you to 12 months in prison and costs. Those sentences are going to be consecutive to one another because they are necessary to protect the public from future crime and for appropriate punishment, and they're not disproportionate to the seriousness of your offenses and the danger you pose to the public. Committed this 25 offense while you were out on bond, and your history of criminal conduct demonstrates that consecutive sentences are necessary to protect the public from future crime. When you get out, you might be on post-release control for up to 2 years under the parole authority with conditions. If you violate, they could return you to prison for up to 9 months for each violation, up to 1/2 of my sentence. If your violation is a new felony, you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for the violation, the maximum of which would be the greater of 12 months for the time left under post-release control. The item subject to forfeiture are forfeited. Anything else?